Hello, my name is Sadie. Welcome back to my channel, YinReikiLight. And I was going to wait to do this channel Divine Feminine message till tomorrow, but it really wants to come through today, so here it is. So the channeled message I received this morning for Divine Feminines is triggers as a call to action. So right now, the energy is very interesting. We have this interesting sort of T-square between Mars, Saturn, and Uranus. And so I think there is an actual square between Mars and Uranus, and then there's a Saturn energy kind of along with it. And so what this brings out is a lot of triggers, especially a lot of emotional triggers. People, emotions are very heightened. People are very angry, upset. You may see people just lashing out at you for no reason. But the thing about the triggers during this period, and so it's going to kind of last between now, and you may have already started to feel this energy. I would say especially yesterday, between yesterday and I would say next Tuesday, this energy is going to be very, very dominant. So if you're feeling triggered, that's why. And what I wanted to say about this energy is that the triggers right now, I know I did a video months ago about the truth about triggers, and that triggers are our friends, and that triggers are here to help us and help us to see what needs to be healed. But interesting enough, the triggers right now are actually, they're like spirit getting us to move. So sometimes we have to be made uncomfortable, so uncomfortable that it pushes us to action and it makes us move forward. And so the triggers that you may experience right now in the next few days, their purpose is to move you in a new direction, whether that is leaving unhealthy situations, letting go of things that no longer serve you, or even just taking action away from the familiar, away from your normal routine. Because we have free will and free choice. We can't, the divine can't help us move forward unless we ask for help. And oftentimes when we ask for help, how it shows up is a crisis, a trigger, some sort of conflict or challenge that comes up to help us get so uncomfortable that we actually move forward. So this could be like something blows up at your job this week and you're finally like, okay, I've been complaining about this place for a long time and I'm ready to move forward. And so the energy is not for you to just up and quit, but the energy is for you to take strategic action and make action steps that help you to get out of situations and circumstances or away from people that are kind of draining your energy or not really supporting you in the way that you feel you need to be supported. So, if something blows up at work, this may be a good time to start updating your resume and start reaching out to, start networking and reaching out to contacts and people that to see if they know of other positions. You may want to start applying for other positions. Again, it's not necessarily for you to up and quit, but it is for you to make a strategic plan. That strategic plan too could be, that you start a new savings account and you commit to saving a certain amount every time you get paid to help you move in a different direction. So this is the channeled message that I got for this time right now. Beloveds, it is time to take more self-honoring action. As your internal conditions reflect your external reality, The more action steps you take to fearlessly live your passion and purpose, the more support, encouragement, and grace that you will receive. We are here to honor you. And so you need to honor your heart, yourself, and your soul path. Remember, you are the universe, and all the power of the universe is within you. So this time of triggers is like spirit poking you to get you to move forward. And one of the other things that they mentioned and said right now is to kind of explain steps for everyone. And sorry, I'm going through my other phone to open up the self-honoring actions. So here are some steps for self-honoring actions, okay? So one of them is saying no, being assertive, setting healthy boundaries, and not doing things out of feeling obligated. I think this is a hard one for a lot of us divine feminines, because oftentimes we're just used to being the giver, used to being the person that everybody relies on, used to, being the person that does everything, takes care of everything. But really, to honor yourself and to take more self-honoring action, you have to set healthy boundaries. And you have to learn to say no and not feel guilty or upset if other people react to you saying no and standing up for yourself. Another thing is trusting your intuition at all times. We are on this ascension path. We are spiritual masters, every single one of us. We are each individual sparks of the divine, and we came here for spiritual mastery. And so part of that spiritual mastery is always trusting your intuition, not doubting, not second guessing, not questioning what you feel in your gut, what you feel in your heart, what you feel in your soul, to really quiet yourself down, to listen, to get clear, and whatever arises, trusting in that. Your soul knows your path and it knows the way. So you just have to learn to trust it and trust yourself 100% completely. The other thing is a positive self-talk and speaking your truth. So what they said about this, especially with the positive self-talk, is that it's time for divine feminines to stop beating themselves up over things that have happened in the past. It's time to stop ruminating about the past. It's time to stop looking at your mistakes and your seemingly failures. Everything in your life that is a mistake is just an opportunity to learn and grow. And if you missed the opportunity the first time, now take the opportunity to learn and grow from it. So there are no mistakes. And once you start giving yourself the credit that you deserve for just knowing that you did the best that you could at the time, at the level of consciousness that you were at, that we as spiritual beings, as sparks of the divine, are also human. And we, sometimes our best, like your best today, is maybe not the best that you were a year ago. Vice versa. When you're not feeling sick, when you're feeling well, when you're feeling happy, when you're feeling healthy, when you're feeling abundant, when you're feeling loved, when you're feeling supported, the best that's going to come from you from feeling that is going to be completely different than your best when you're feeling depleted and drained and heavy and sad and grief and hurt. So just give yourself a break. Give yourself credit for staying on the path. Give yourself credit for just taking one step at a time. Sometimes it's not one day at a time. Sometimes it's literally just one step at a time, one moment at a time. But if you're doing that, give yourself credit. You are extraordinary. Everything about you is sacred. like I said in the other divine feminine message, and they just really want you to let go, especially of any feelings of guilt or shame. You need to remove that from your energy field completely now, because it does not serve you, and it's actually going to draw in a lot of negative energy during this time. Also, another really, really important self-honoring action is prioritizing you, taking enough time to rest. That means getting adequate sleep. That means relaxing. That means your spiritual practices. That means self-care, and it means it daily, not once a week, not on the weekends, not, when you have the time for it. It means making you a priority every day. You, as much as anybody else in the universe, deserve your love and affection. And you have to feed your own cup and fill your own cup before it's going to be filled by the universe. And so as long as you start taking those self-honoring, self-care, like really, really prioritizing that for you, whatever that looks like for you, because that's different for different people. For me, I love being in nature. That's why I came here today. Had a long day at work, had a busy day, was productive, but still just needed this time to just sit under a tree and just get my energy right and feel one with all. And that's one of my self-care techniques that I give myself every day. Sometimes it's just, listening to your favorite music. Sometimes it's taking a salt bath. Sometimes it's, getting your nails done or getting a massage or having a spa day. It looks different for everyone because we all have different needs, but you have to prioritize your needs. You've got to put yourself first, okay? And then the last self-honoring action is making choices that truly support your dreams, your passions, and your purpose. So if your dream is to, let's say, make an oracle card deck or a tarot deck, you need to start doing research into, how much it's going to cost to get the cards together, and start, either creating the images or finding the images to put on your oracle card deck or your tarot deck. Or, these things are so important because your dreams won't do themselves. And, what's that expression? Take one step towards the gods and the gods will take 100 steps towards you. But you've got to take the first step. Like, you can't just sit and think about it and hope for it and think that it's just gonna fall in your lap. A lot of times synchronicities and opportunities will fall in your lap, but you still have to take some kind of self-honoring action and inspired action to make those things happen. So again, just to reiterate, if you're being triggered right now, you're being triggered to push you into taking action for yourself, for your self-honoring path. So I hope this divine feminine message resonated and helped everyone, and I'm sending lots of love. Take care. Bye-bye.